Uh, Fine. So hope and I wish some of you must have practiced what we have discussed yesterday uh, from your busy schedule. If see, this is generally what generally I always ask my students to do. There should not be any procrastination, which means no postponement. Something which we learn new thing in a given day. I always say to my students that spend some 15 to half an hour. I'm not even asking 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. 15 to 20 minutes is what I generally, if you have to allocate, okay, then obviously it will be something which goes into your mind. There is something which the Benjamin Franklin says, okay, uh, I hear, I forget, I see, I remember, I do, and then I learn. So this is what Benjamin Franklin says. So you have to do something, then only you learn something. Okay. So with that note, again, I welcome you all for this third session, third day for this mastering in Excel. So before I start, let me just revamp or reiterate what we have discussed in the last class. So yesterday we have seen some of the very interesting concepts in MS Excel like functions and formulas. So most powerful area in MS Excel. And Excel is considered widely for its functions and formulas. Okay. Like we have seen when we have a huge data or when we have numbers. So what we can do with that numbers is what we have seen applying some formulas, functions. Okay, and then applying some tools so that it can derive something like we have seen many things we have seen. Okay, so today I will extend that concept for 15 to half an hour, 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and then I'll try to go to the other topic of data visualization. Is it okay? Fine. Now in this first 15 minutes to 30 minutes, what I'm going to teach you is the AI, the artificial intelligence, how it can be embedded into MS Excel. Very, very interesting. In fact, I thought of not discussing this, but anyhow, this is a world of artificial intelligence. Wherever, whatever you speak of, people speak. It has become a buzzword now. Artificial intelligence, okay, machine learning, okay. Now I want to just give you a teaser, okay, how this AI can be embedded into MS Excel and how we can leverage, how we can use that into, in fact, not only to Excel, wherever, whatever we are doing, how we can be introduced into that. Okay. So with that note, let me start with my this thing. Okay. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So before again I go to AI, okay, I will show one more option, one more function. Okay, very interesting. Okay. I have some data with me. Like for example, if you see my data speaks about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 10 columns. And then I am having almost 4,200 rows of data. It's a sales data. It's a sales data. So let me explain about my data set here. So this particular data is having an order ID. Whenever you place an order, okay, suppose when you go to Amazon and then you place an order, immediately you'll be getting a details to your mail ID or to your WhatsApp or to your SMS saying that your order is so and so, your order ID is so and so, the price of the order is so and so, delivery date is so and so, what is the product and what is the cost, everything. So this is a similar kind of sales data what I'm having. So this is an order ID, order date on which you have placed the order, who has placed the order, and from which city the customer is, from which country, what is the region, and what is the segment of the product he is purchasing, from which segment he has purchased. For example, the product what you are buying may belong to a consumer segment or a home office segment or a corporate segment, something like that. Shipping date means a delivery date, and shipping mode, like how it is getting delivered. Generally when I want to deliver it very fast, I have to pay some extra rupees so that it will be delivered on the same date. Otherwise, it will take its own time and will be delivered. So economy plus priority, something like that, and from which state. So it's a typical sales data. Now I want to know from which I want to know all the orders coming from north region. Can anyone give me exactly what you do? See here, if you see out of 4,200 orders we have, they are coming from north region, central region, south region. So I want to see all the orders coming from north region. So what you do generally? What you do? Will you start counting that?
No, sir.
Then what you do?
Insert, then
Insert. Okay. Okay, fine. Insert. Chalo. I'll give one thing. You know what is filter? Filter.
yes, sir.
What is filter? You must be definitely knowing filter coffee. Right or not?
Yes.
So what is filter? Filter is something where we keep what is required and stop what is don't required. Am I right or not? Yes or no? Filter.
Yes, sir.
So that is what is a filter is. Okay. Now we can apply a filter. So what I do is I go to, I'm not teaching filters, but just I'm showing you. So I'm going that and apply filters. And then here you can see buttons are there. And then I go to segment and then I say, okay, I want region. So I want only north region. So now you can see all north region orders. So coming from only north. Okay, that is one kind of filter. So again, I will show all, okay? And you can see, now again, you can see the original data set. I want to see all the orders which are placed from office segment, home office segment. Now I go here and then what I do is I remove all and then I say home office segment and then you can see all the orders which are coming from or which are placed in the home office segment. And now again, I can go back and say select all and then click that. Okay, so this is something. Now I want to find all the orders coming from north region and in corporate segment, something like that. Okay, so what I do is I select first north region and then you can see, and again in north region, I want to see only all coming from consumer segment. Now you can see out of 4,200 rows, now you can see my mouse hovering in the left corner. See, out of 4,117 orders, only 494 records are there, rows are there, transactions are there, which are coming from north region and coming from the segment consumer. So this is a kind of filters you can do where you can do some analysis. So out of 4,200 transactions, how many are from north? How many are from consumer segment? How many are from both north and consumer? Everything you can see number here. So it is giving the status also. This is what is called a status. Now I want to know from south region and consumer. So every time what I do is I have to go and remove this north and put it south and then click OK. Now you can see. Now I want to know south and corporate segment. Now I have to remove consumer, select corporate and then click OK. So every time I have to do. Now is there any other way? Yes, there's another way of doing that also. Okay. So what we can do is we can apply a function there. So we can apply a function. So what is that we can do is, okay, now I am just showing you what is this function is all about. So it's the same, the function is filter is equal to filter filter and open the bracket. Okay, open the bracket. Now what's the filter? For me, the filter is from this portion to this portion. So from A1 to what all it we have it, okay. Okay, so I'm just putting that 1 minute. A1 to Z. Okay, Z4118. So that is my array. Okay, so in that I want to include what? I want to include my region. I want to include my region. So I am including the region which is in the F column. So from F1 to F4118. So the entire data is fixed. Okay, so that is what is my filter. Okay, so if you see the syntax, it is saying filter array include and then close the bracket. Now you can see 1 minute. So now in that particular region, what I am looking for? I am looking for something called as north. Okay, so I'm just selecting the north. Okay, now if you see, yes, now we got that. Now we got that. Okay, now we got. Now these are all the column. These are all the orders coming from north region. Okay, so if you see, this is the table. Is this a table? All are coming from north region. Okay, now what I do is I go to north and then go to south. Now you can see table is changing. So these are all the orders coming from south region. Now I go to here central. So just I created a list. Now I want one more. I want one more. I want something like home coming from north region and what you call north region and then home office also, or north region and the consumer segment. So I have to write one more formula. So what I do is, see here. So
can you please show it again, please?
yeah, I will show it. Okay. So what I am doing, I will show it. Okay, is equal to filter, filter, open the bracket. So what is the array? Array means where, from which data I have to filter. So this table is my filter. So that is from A1 to J4118. That big table what I am having is my array. And include, what should I include? On the columns which I want to apply the filter is the including part. So including is what? My region is my including part, and then my segment is my including part. So here I have to include. So open the bracket. I'm applying two conditions now. What is the condition? Open the bracket. From F1 to F4118. If it is equal to this north, okay, and I am applying star button. See, don't get confused, don't worry. Just I am showing what we can do in Excel. Maybe once the regular classes starts, I will have to explain a series of classes, then you can understand all this what I am trying. Okay. And
Okay.
one more, I will show one more. I am applying filters on two things. One is region, one is segment. Now region is over. Now I have to apply on the segment. Segment is in which column? G column. So in that, from G1 to G4118, if that is equal to home office, okay, then yes, then close the bracket and then press enter. Now you got, I will explain. Now you got a table. So what is this shows? All the transactions, all the orders that have come from north region and in the segment of home office. Now you can see north home office. Now I want to change to north to south. South home office, but I want to change from home office to consumer. Now you can see south consumer. I want to change from central to the corporate. Now you can see. So this is, now you are doing some analysis now. You understand? So this is what we can do in a Excel sheet, applying some functions, easy functions. Every time, no need to change. Just change there. You can see the picture here. You can see the analysis here. You can see the data here, how it is changing. Okay. So any doubts you have? Definitely, I know everyone has had some doubt. But this is just, I'm showing you in Excel, we can use some of the functions where we have a data and how to summarize the data, how to summarize or how to derive something out of that data. You understand what I'm saying? Don't worry.
Yes.
See, don't worry. These are all the examples. See, if you see, I'm just showing you again one more time the formula what I have shown you. Okay. If you want to see the formula, just you can see that in the formula bar. You can see in the formula bar. This is the formula I have done. Filter. From where I have to filter? From the original given table. And that what I have to filter? I have to filter on the region. So where is the region? F column. And I have to filter on the segment. Where is the segment column? In the G column. And in that F column, in the region column, if that is equal to central, if it is equal to north or south, something which I have mentioned in this there. So that's what I have written there. Okay, so don't worry. Fine. So that is what basically is the filter software. Okay. Lalita Sri, can you? Thank you. Fine. Okay. So this is all about my filters option. Okay. Now I will show you one more. how you can integrate AI, how you can integrate AI into your Excel. What do you mean by AI basically? Can anyone tell me exactly what is AI before I start? What do you understand? What is the knowledge you have about AI?
It's like as similar to calculator. It reduce our effort.
Okay. What is basically AI? Artificial intelligence means what? Something, whatever you know. Artificial intelligence. Anyone? Let me see who are all there today. My class participants. Anindito Bhattacharya, are you there? Vaishnavi,
Yes, sir.
Emily. Yeah, just okay. Emily, Anindito.
It's a
Anyone?
futuristic. It is a futuristic thing, which gives all the answer when we ask the question. It do have all the answers.
Okay, okay. Okay, you mean to say it has answers for everything what you ask?
70% will be accurate, and rest of the 30% will be.
Okay, okay. Someone said that artificial intelligence which makes work easy without much efforts. Okay,
Sir, it's a system which thinks on its own.
exactly. Ability of machines to work and system which can think on its own. See, generally, to put in a very simple way, you know what is intelligence means. It is something which we say that intelligence is one attribute which humans will have. Am I right? We can't say that buffalo is intelligent buffalo, or we cannot say that dog is a intelligent or something is intelligent. We as a human beings, because we are the one who can say that this is right and this is wrong, something which has some wisdom. So we are called as intelligent people, and something which is naturally imbibed in us. Humans, no one will teach intelligence. See, from the childhood days itself, we'll know, we'll experience, and from the experience, we'll learn, we'll get some intelligence. For example, as a child, suppose if you go and touch a fire, then immediately it will give you the pain. So immediately what I'll know, okay, then I'll learn something. If I touch fire, okay, it will be paining me. It will be hurting me. It will be giving me some bad this thing. So I learn. This is what is intelligent. What should do, what should not do. Now, a system, which is a machine, which is a non-living thing, and that's what I call as artificial intelligence. Something which is having for non-living thing, something a wisdom which is having for a machine is what. So what all we are doing with all our intelligence nowadays, the machines are doing. That is what is called as artificial intelligence. I'll give a simple example, man. Okay, suppose if you open a Netflix, I think many of you or all of you must be watching movies in Netflix. Am I right or not? Yes or no? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, there is a statement released by Netflix which says that if you have to watch all the movies which are there in Netflix, it takes 2000 years. Not from 9 to 5, 24/7. If you start watching all the movies in the Netflix, it takes 2000 years. Now, is it literally possible to see that all the movies? No. So what we do, we log in into your account. Now, let me ask one person, Ishita. Ishita, you are there? Ishita, you are there? Praneeth, you are there? Joshna, Joshita, you're all there? Fine, fine. Kalyan Chakravarti, you are there? What, man? You are all not there. Just you switched on the.
Yes, sir.
Kalyan Chakravarti, Ishita. Fine. Kalyan Chakravarti, do you watch movies in Netflix?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, suppose when you switch on the Netflix, exactly what you see. I want you to tell me what you see on the screen. Just close your eyes and tell me what you see. Lalita Sri, you are there? Huh. I welcome Professor Arjit Santikari who has joined the session. Now tell me, do you watch Netflix? And then if you open Netflix, exactly what you see on the screen?
Recent movies.
Sorry, recent movies. Okay. Suppose if if I open my account, my Netflix account, it says that because you have watched Salar movie, you may be liking KGF 2. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
See,
sir.
machine is understanding, machine is thinking on behalf of me. This fellow is watching all the violence movies or the what you call comedy movies or thriller movies. So he might be liking this kind of genre movies, and Netflix, out of the lakhs and lakhs of movies, it is filtering me and showing me, projecting me, and pushing me that you watch this movies. Because you watch a Mohanlal movie in Malayalam, you may be liking these movies. So this machine is thinking like human. So after watching 2-3 days, 2-3 movies, now machine is understanding. It's like it's a behavioral pattern. This fellow is mostly watching this kind of movies. So he must be liking this kind of movies. So Netflix, what it will do is it will be showing only those movies that you might be liking. And once I open the movie, it also says that 98% match, 73% match, which means from the last movie what you have watched, this movie what you are going to watch is having a probability or is having a match of 80%, 85%. That is what is the machines are doing now. So that is what is the machine learning or the artificial intelligence is about. Now same thing. What I'm trying to say is that can we embedded that? Can we include that into our AI, into our Excel? So what we can do?
Yes, sir.
So what we have seen yesterday, I want to add some values. I want to find average. I want to find some filters. Now I don't know because there are 300 plus functions in MS Excel. Or I want something new which is not there in MS Excel. Think of a new scenario where MS Office, the Microsoft company, has not included a function which I want. Now, do you stop working? Do you stop working? No. We have to have proceed with our work. So what we have to now, we can use a help of artificial intelligence, and then we can include that as a part of my Excel, and then I continue my work. So that is what today's, next 5-10 minutes I'm going to show you. Okay. Now, yeah. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, let me see that. I'm just showing you one example. So I have some product, and then I have some sales, and then I have some profit. Okay. So product A, product B, and product C. And sales, yes, I have 100, and then profit is 25 rupees, and then 125, my profit is 32 rupees, and then sales, I have 156, out of which I got profit of 42. Okay. Now I am just creating some 2 sheets. Okay, sheet 2. So I'm just changing my values. So okay. Sorry, 1 minute. One minute. So this is my sheet 2, and then again sales 63, 52, and 74, out of which I got a profit of 8 rupees and 12 rupees and 16 rupees. Okay. Now what I'm trying to say is that this is my, I'm just renaming my this sheet. This sheet is about compilation. Okay. Compilation. Now, what I want to see is that in sheet 1, 125 is there. In sheet 3, we have 63 is there. In sheet 4, I have 100 is okay. So this 125 plus 63 plus 100 is the total sales happened for my product A. So what I'm trying to say is that I want to consolidate. I want to consolidate all the values, and I have to make it. So can anyone tell me how I can do it? Yesterday I have given you some functions and formulas. Tell me.
Equals to
Equals to, good.
sum,
Sum,
first bracket,
Open the bracket, exactly.
Then we have to select
Go
the
to
cell address.
sheet 2 and then sheet 2, okay. Then
Select the
what?
cell. Then
Then
shift comma. Yeah.
comma, okay, and then go to sheet 3 and
Then
then the
select the
number, comma,
Mm.
and in sheet 4, this one. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Close the bracket and then
Mm.
yes, we got. So what is 288? Is the
Is
sum
that
of 125 plus 63 plus 100. Am I right or not? So
Yes, sir.
likewise, I can just drag it and then what I do is I just extend that to this also. Okay. So this is my total sales and total profit. So profit is what is this? 69 represents 69 represents the sum of 36 rupees and 8 44. 44 plus 25 is 69. So this is what. Now let us take a scenario where I have 20 sheets, where I have 20 sheets, 30 sheets, where I have to consolidate and put it in one sheet. Do you go on add sheet 1, C2, sheet 3, C3, sheet 4, C2? We can
Mm.
do, but that is not the smart work. Or I can say we have to have some a new system or a new function which can do in a single click. That's what from the day one we are discussing. Excel is very smart. Excel is more what you call a sophisticated tool. Now, how to do that? So I don't have any function like that. I have only one function called as sum function, which can add. But I want to have one function which can add all those values. Okay. So for time being, what I do is, okay, what I will do is, okay, I just write some in sheet, okay, in sheet 2, in C7, I write 45. Okay. In sheet 3, I write in C7 78. And in sheet 4, in C7, I write some 23. Okay. So this is the values. Now what I want to is that I want to add these values 45 in sheet 2 and 78 in sheet 3 and 23 in sheet 4. And I want to display here. Okay. So what should I do? And I don't want to use sum function because every time I use sum functions, I have to go to sheet 2, add that cell value, go to sheet 3, add that cell value, go to sheet 4. I have 20 sheets I don't want. And there is no such function which can add all those without going to different sheets. Now what I do is I will use the AI, or I want to create a function on my own. I want to use a function of my own choice, and then I want to use and then I will use that function into my Excel sheet. Okay. So what I do is I am explaining you. Okay. What is UDF? What is UDF? UDF means user defined functions. User defined functions. Okay. Or I can say those are all called as customized functions. Customized functions. Custom means individual. Okay. Every user will have his or her own functions. And those functions which I create will be there in my own system, in my own Excel sheet. It will not be there in your Excel because I am creating my own function to my own Excel. All the functions available in Excel are general in nature, are all system defined functions, or I can say Microsoft defined functions. Whoever install Microsoft Excel will have. But the function which I am defining is for myself. It will be for my own Excel sheet. If you want, you have to create on your own. So today I am showing you how to create such system. Okay. Now here I am trying to create a function which is called as is equal to sum everything. Okay, let me show you one example. Is equal to SUM sum. Yesterday I have shown you the moment I start typing SUM, the Excel will be showing all the functions which are already there inbuilt with the word SUM. So we have sum, we have sum if, we have sum ifs, we have some product, we have some SQ, so and so, so and so. But there is no function called as sum everything. Do we have that? Do we have that? Anyone? Everyone? Do we have that
No,
function?
sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Now I am going to create such function. Okay. So how to do that is that I am going to show you now. Okay. So I open my, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
What is that I have opened now?
Nothing is showing. It's just showing Excel only.
Hey, come on. Okay, let me. Okay, let me show. Let me show. Okay, let me show. Now, are you able to see that now?
Yes, sir.
What I have
Yes, sir.
opened?
Yes, sir.
What I have opened?
You.
You're all
Which
favorite.
one?
You're all favorite.
ChatGPT.
Chat GPT. Chat GPT. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I am asking the artificial intelligence tool, which is one of the tool which is more popular, Chat GPT, that how to create this Excel. So just watch me. It will take 5 to 10 minutes. Don't get bored. Okay. So I'm just create. Okay. So I am just typing create a custom formula. Okay. As a user defined function. Okay. Which I call it as UDF, which will be called some everything. So I am just giving a name, some everything, a new function which I am going to create in Microsoft Excel. Okay. So what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Now what it should do? What it should do? Okay. Forget about this. Okay. Forget about this. Okay. Now what it should do? It says that this formula will have only one syntax. This formula will have only one argument in its syntax. Okay. Now this is how the formula will look like. You know what I'm just typing? Can anyone tell me exactly what I'm doing here? Can anyone tell me exactly what I'm doing?
You're just trying to create a syntax or something.
This is what we call as prompt. This is what we call as prompt engineering. You know what exactly prompt? Exactly what I want is I'm asking
Yes,
the Chat
sir.
GPT. So what I am asking is what is called as a prompt. And remember, this is the area which is very now the most demandable in the market. People are charging, or people are getting 17 lakhs. They are paid 17 lakhs per annum who are good in this prompt engineering. Companies are looking for these kind of okay. So exactly what I want is I'm asking the Chat GPT. Like in Google, generally we type e-commerce PPT download, e-commerce PDF file. No, if we give the keyword exactly, the Google will try to narrow down all the results, will try to give you the exact precise links. Likewise, in Chat GPT also, it should not be so generic. It should be very specific and precise. So just if you see what I'm typing, create a custom formula as a user-defined function, which will be called sum everything in MS Excel. This formula will have only one argument in its syntax. And this is how the formula will look like, is equal to sum everything, open the bracket, and cell. Okay. So what this cell means? Cell means, you have tried everything. Cell means a cell reference. A cell reference that the user will select. The user will select. Okay. And I'm also telling what exactly why I'm using this. Here is the purpose of the formula. So what is the purpose of the formula? The formula has to sum all the numerical values. I am using the word numerical because you cannot add a plus b. You can only add 10 plus 20, 20 plus 30, but you cannot add some a plus b plus Subhash plus Tej. So you have to clearly say to the formula, to the system, to the Chat GPT, the formula has to sum all the numerical values that all worksheets have in the cell reference, selected by the user, okay. So that is okay. Remember, I also have to tell if there is no value in the selected cell, comma, consider it as 0. Consider it as 0. Okay. So I'm just okay. Fine. Now, still, I'm giving more. For example, I'm just showing to the chat GPT, telling the chat GPT what exactly it should do that. If the workbook has 3 worksheets, for example, 3 worksheets, okay, worksheet A comma B comma C, okay, and if the user writes the formula 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 is equal to sum everything, open the bracket, B, for example, C7. In our example, it is C7. Okay. Sum everything C7. Then the values from C7 cell of all the worksheets will be totaled together and will be given as the output. So this is something which I think people are getting bored, but this is how generally I give a prompt. This is what is called prompt. So I will be reading the prompt which I have given. Create a custom formula, which I call it as user-defined function, because I am the user, I am defining the function, which is not available as of date, as on now in the Excel sheet, and I'm calling it as sum everything. SUMEVERITHING in MS Excel. This formula will have only one argument in its syntax, and this is how the formula will look like, is equal to sum everything cell. Cell means a cell reference that the user will select. Here is the purpose of the formula. Okay, the formula has to sum all the numerical values that all worksheets have in the cell reference selected by the user. If there is no value in the selected cell, consider as 0, for example, and so on, so on, so on, so. Now, I'm just giving the proof. Now you see what exactly the chat GPT or AI will be helping me, how it will be helping me. Okay, so it will take some time. It will be generating the code for me, and then I will show you how to include that in the MS Excel. Okay, 1 minute. Now you can see that. Okay. It has given me a code. Now what it says, open Excel and press Alt F11 to open the Visual Basic for Applications VB Editor, insert a new module, and by clicking insert module and write the function code in the module window. Okay, now I am just copying the code and then I am opening my Excel. Can everyone see that?
Yes,
Can
sir.
everyone see my Excel sheet?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now I am opening this Alt F11. Okay, 1 minute. Alt F11. You can see Visual Basic Code is open. It is asking to open insert module, and in the new module 1, I am copying the module what I have written there and then just close. Okay. Now see here, is equal to. Now can you see sum everything?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, Till now, there is no function called as sum everything. Now it is showing you some, because now it is now part of my Excel sheet. Okay, so just I am showing this and then, okay, now what I'm saying, C7. C7, what is C7? A cell reference.
Select
Press enter. Now what is 146? Tell me. What is 146? Anyone?
total value of all the sheets.
It is the sum of all the cells, sum of the cell C7 in all the worksheets. So if you see sheet 1, 45, sheet 3, 78, and 23 is 146. Now if I change the value 78 to 98, okay, and then just go to compilation and just go to F2 and then just press 7. Is it change 166 to 146 to 166?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no?
Yes,
This is
Yes, sir.
how
Yes, sir.
this is how I can create my own functions in MS Excel. How wonderful it is. How AI can help you. So if you don't know anything in Excel, there is someone who can help you. That's what is artificial intelligence. But I don't want to touch beyond this. We can create your own functions. If you are stuck somewhere in MS Excel, ask your artificial intelligence brain. It will help you. So anyhow, do you like it or not?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We now we can call ourselves as creators. We are the creators. We can create anything in MS
Definitely.
Excel. Okay, fine. So with that, I'm stopping this. But anyhow, we will go in detail when the regular session starts. Okay, so with that, I'm stopping my artificial intelligence in MS Excel. And any doubts?
No, sir.
Any doubts? Okay. Fine. Okay, good. Now, as promised that we'll go to some the other section of the MS Excel, visualizations, data visualization. So can anyone tell exactly what is visualization is? Visualization,
To see,
visual. Sorry,
to see.
to see. Okay, exactly what we see is what we call as visuals. Okay, most of you must have watched Bahubali, what we call as a visual wonders. So what we see is what we call as visuals. Now, for example, let me share some screen. Okay, let me share my screen. And okay, let me show some files to you. And yeah. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, this is a particular table for you. Okay, this is a particular table for you, and it says that these are the what you call ticket sales. Okay, ticket sales in the month of January, February, March till December, and these are the different movie genres: comedy, thriller, documentary, romance, and so on. So what this total says? This total sales. This is the total sales of the tickets for a comedy genre. So for comedy, this is the total sales. For thriller genre, this is the total sales. Now, if you see this total, 86,170, this speaks about the total sales of tickets in the month of January. So it is a two-dimensional table where horizontally and vertically we have some figures and some sales for both horizontal rows and the vertical columns. So this is a simple table. Now, can anyone tell me, can anyone give me some analysis, very primitive analysis, fundamental analysis? What is that basic understanding you have by seeing this table? Can anyone tell me what exactly you understand from this table?
Mm,
So
The
everyone's
number.
everyone's answer would be same. So these are all numbers. Just in each month for each genre. For example, if I select this cell 34,240, so that says that it is the total sales in the month of July for the genre thriller. That's it. Other than that, you cannot give any inference. You cannot give any conclusion. You cannot derive anything out of that. But if I convert this data, this table into some visual, then yes. See, why visualization basically? Our human brains will act very fast if we see an image. If we see something which is very appealing. For example, if I'm going to, I'm working on a road. The moment I see a blue color box with H inside that, I can easily say that HDFC Bank. Or suppose if I see some logo, immediately I can say that, oh, this is a company. So visual easily, it goes into the mind and easy to understand very fast. So that's why most of the times, whenever you are giving a client presentations, most of the times you present the data in the form of visuals. When I say visual here, it means that we are showing in the form of a charts or graphs or something. In Excel, we can also show the data in the form of maps also. Like Google Maps, we use Google Maps to see the address or the location. Likewise, in this advanced Excel, we have an option where we can show the geographical location in terms of maps. So that is why we use most of the times visualization, data visuals. How this data can be transferred into a visual is what we call as visual. And if we try to find the patterns among the data, if we try to find some relationships among the data, that is what we call as visual analytics. There is a subject called as visual analytics. From visuals, if you are trying to do some analysis, is what we call as visual analytics. So first thing is that we have to convert the data into visual. From visual, we can do some analysis. So that is what I am trying to show you now. So simple. Now what I try is I take the same data. I take the same data and then just select the first, what you call, 1 minute, okay? First 3 months data I will select, okay? So I will select the first 3 months data. And then what I do is, I think most of you are following me. Then I go to insert menu. As I said, there's a menu bar. And in each menu, you will have different options in that. So in that insert menu, you can see here charts. So charts are the tools which converts this data into visuals. And here we have different charts. So just I want to show this different types of charts available. So the different types of charts available are column chart, line chart, pie chart, bar, area, scatter, map. We have many. But remember, there's a rule, or I can say I want to say a principle, or I want to say that the what you call golden principle. I can say that all the charts cannot be used for all kinds of data. So for a particular chart, a particular data only can be used. Okay, for this particular data, I cannot use call a scatter chart for me. You may have scatter chart, you may have map, but because we have scatter and map listed here, I cannot select this chart and I can use that. So that again, we have to use our own wisdom and all those things. But here for time being, I'm saying I am using a column chart. So I am using a column chart, and then I can have different charts here. The moment I click column chart, you have clustered column, you have stacked column, you have many, but I am going for a very simple chart. Okay. And then I'm just selecting this and then click OK. That's simple. I have not done anything. Just go to insert, go to charts, select the chart. Okay. Now, what you understand from this? Can anyone derive from this? Can anyone derive? Can anyone tell me what is that conclusion from this chart? Okay, let me make it bigger. Can anyone tell me?
Showing the sales volume of tickets.
Okay, let me draw one more. Let me take one more time. Let me take. Okay, so this is my data. This is my data, and then I'm going to insert. I am going to charts. Okay, and then I am going to all charts. I'm taking custom column chart, and then I am just using that, and then click OK. That's it. Now chart is inserted. Just I'm showing for one more time for those who are not followed me. Now tell me exactly what is that you understood. Simple. Can you tell something from this figure?
In the month of January, the comedy movies, most of the people watched comedy movies.
No. Okay. Excellent. I appreciate you. But if you ask me what is that analysis I can do, among the 4 genres, comedy genre is having the highest sales. Is it simple or not? So simple? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Simple.
Yes, sir.
Simple analysis. So whereas if you see this table, you are not able to see anything. Just it shows some figures. But if you see this figure, this chart, Among comedy, thriller, documentary, and romance, this comedy is having the highest sales. Not only in the month of January, February, March, if you irrespective of the month, comedy is having the highest sales. Now, second analysis. Second analysis,
The least is
documentary. Excellent.
Doc-
The least is document.
So documentaries are not, no one is watching much of documentaries. That is one analysis. Next what? Next what?
Thrill and romantic are quite bit similar.
Okay. So yes, someone said that when it comes to, I'm
the
talking the
graph
months
is
of,
fluctuating, sir.
now I am talking in terms of months. In terms of months, if you see the January month and February month, if you see the January month and February month, almost the comedy, thriller, documentary, and romance are having the equal share. Am I right or not? Going head on head, neck to neck. Can you see?
Yes.
Blue and orange are going parallel. Am I right or not?
Sir.
So this is a kind of analysis I can do. So this is a kind of visualization that helps us in doing some fundamental analysis, a basic analysis. Okay. So this is one kind of visualization. Suppose if I want to select a specific months. So what I can do is select this, press your control button, select the January month, select the May month, hold your control button, select the September month, and select the December month. So I want to find only, I want to do analysis only on selected months, January, May, September, and December. Now again, go to insert, go to charts, and you can go to all charts, and this time again you can go to some other chart, and then you can just click on that. Okay, so now click on that and then click OK. Now again this chart shows you for exclusively January, May, September, and December. Now can you give me the analysis?
The highest is January, sir. That is
In
comedy.
the month of January, the highest sales happened in the comedy, but in the month of September, the highest sales happened for thriller. See, now the analysis has changed. So in the first quarter or first half of the year, comedy is going well, but in the second half of the year, thrillers are doing well. See, this is a kind of analysis. Okay, so picture speaks many words. Picture speaks many words. Okay, so that's how we can use a visualization. So how we can put a chart in your Excel sheet. Okay, I'll take one more example. Now, this is an example of the stock price of Google and Amazon. You all know Google and Amazon are the US-based companies, and I have taken the stock price, stock price, share price, okay, of every day. And I have taken for almost 1 year. If you see, the starting date is June 4th of 2015 to the almost 3rd June of 2016, almost 1 year data. Okay. Now what I want to do is just select the data, and then what I do is go to insert, and this time I don't use the call. See, it is giving me. Excel is so smart. When the moment I go to the chart, it is saying recommended charts, and next to that I have all charts and recommended charts, which means for the selected data, Excel is recommending you, instead of using a column chart or a bar chart or a area chart, use line chart. Now, why Excel is suggesting me a line chart? Can anyone tell me why it is not suggesting me a column chart? Okay,
Because
I will go to the,
because there is
I will go
price
to
included in that.
Exactly. I will go to previous example. I go to my same data for first 3 months, and then I go to insert. I go to charts, and then in the recommended charts, now it is showing column chart. If you see, it is showing me column chart, but I have gone to all charts and I have selected column chart. But in recommended charts, it is showing me column. So similarly, in line charts, if I go and if I select the data and then go to line chart, the recommended charts, it is showing me line. Why it is not showing column? Can you tell me, anyone? Why? Someone said the answer. Why?
Sir, because it has values in it. I mean, money-wise, it's there. Every share has its own value, sir. So
Okay.
it's easy to understand that way.
Okay. Okay. Someone
Sir.
said that because the format is convenient to interpret for the type of used data. Okay. Someone said that up and down in the sales. Okay. Fine. Okay. Let me explain that. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, when we use line data, when we use column data, when we use pie chart, when we use column chart is something which we have to learn. We use column chart when there is a categorical data. What do you mean by categorical data? For example, in my previous example, thriller, comedy, romance, all these are different categories. You understand? For example, if I am trying to visualize the population of 4 cities, Hyderabad, Delhi, Kolkata, Bangalore. So each city is a category for me. So when you have a data which is categorical in nature, then we use a column chart or a bar chart. Simple. When we use line chart, we use line chart when there's a time series. When there's a time included in your data. Time is what? Date or a month or a year or quarter, something which there's time. Then we use line. If you don't know, Excel will help you in that. So that's why I'm saying Excel is so smart. You no need to worry what type of chart you have to use. Excel only will suggest you. You just select the data, Excel will recommend you. Now, when we use pie chart, yes, when we want to show the categorical data in terms of percentages, then we use pie chart. So there is some logic behind every chart when we use this particular chart and for what type of data we use the so-and-so chart. That's why in the very beginning I said that for all data, we may not use all types of charts. For a chart, there's a specific data that can be used. You understand? Now just click OK. Now you can see a line chart for this given data for last 1 year. Now you can see Excel is so smart. It is not showing you day-wise. If you have to show day-wise, it will be very clustered. It will be very cluttered. So what it has done, it has made the chart month-wise. If you see June 4th, July 4th, August 4th. So likewise, it has made this chart into month-wise. And now what you can see is that, Google, irrespective of the month or date, Google is always having the highest share price compared with the Amazon. Okay, that is simple. And somewhere in the month of 2016 May, almost Google and Amazon are having the same share price. If you see the last where my mouse is hovering, the Google price and Amazon price is almost touching, which means Google share price is going on, and suddenly, if you see in the month of May 2016, Amazon prices also has almost touched the Google share price. A simple analysis, very easy. Of course, when we discuss in the regular classes, how we can make this chart more beautiful, okay, more artistic, that we can discuss later. Okay, that I'm not going into the detail. So this is what I'm trying to explain. So different types of data, different types of charts, and how we can use different charts for different data. Okay, I'll use one more. You all with me?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now again,
Yes,
I have one more data, different categories of the products: apparel, electronics, toys and games, housewares, cost, revenue gap, and so on, so there. Okay. Now I want to use this data for visualization. And can I show this in the WhatsApp? Can I show this in the line chart? Can I show?
No, sir.
Definitely
No,
no.
sir.
Why? Why?
As you told earlier, sir, there is different chart for different reason.
That's what I think. Why I cannot show this?
It is based on categories.
Exactly. So there is no time involved here. Okay. So what I do is just I will select this cost, and for time being I just use the category and cost. Okay. Then what I go is I go to insert, I go to charts, and see what it is showing now. Tell me what it is recommending.
Cluster column.
It is recommending column chart. It also recommending pie chart. It is recommending me bar chart. It is recommending me the funnel chart. So for this kind of data, Excel is recommending you 4 types of charts. But I want to use the pie chart. Or directly you can go to all charts. You can go to all charts and select pie chart here. Both are same. But what I'm trying to say is that Excel is so smart. Excel is so intelligent that it will only say, Are Baba, use this chart. It will be easy for you to understand our storytelling part. So I'll select this chart and then click OK. Now you can see that this chart is a pie chart. Okay. So this blue represents apparel, electronics, toys and games and house. Now can you give some analysis? Okay. What I'll do is right click and then add data labels. Okay. Right click, add format data labels and I'll say percentages. Okay. Then click OK. Now can you tell me exactly what is this you understand from this pie chart? What do you understand from this pie chart? Anyone? Anyone? Can anyone give me the analysis, simple analysis?
38% of people buys apparel products.
Not people, the total sales, the total cost.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so 38% of the cost is going for what do you call? Okay, let me make it small. Okay, apparel. So blue represents apparel. You can see here. This is called as a legend. So blue represents apparel, orange represents electronics. This represents toys and games, and orange represents this orange represents house. Okay, so 38% is majority, or I can say 1/4, or I can say 1/3, whatever it is. So 38% of the cost is coming from the apparel, and 27% is coming from electronics. 22% is coming from toys and games, and only 13% is coming from the housewares. This is kind of simple analysis. So pie chart. So likewise, if you have a data, rather than understanding the data as it is, if we convert that into the visualization, then yes, it gives more clarity. It helps us in doing comparison. It helps us in doing some conclusion, what do you call it, deriving something out of that. And it also helps you in easy understanding. And remember, whenever you are giving to a client, a presentation to the client, most of the times, in general, it is only the visuals which generally we use rather than the tables. Okay, fine. Apart from this bar chart, column chart, pie chart, and line chart, we have many charts. Okay, so go to insert and go to charts, and of course, okay, go to charts, and then you can see the different types of charts available for you. Okay, so line chart, pie chart, bar chart, area, so many are there. Okay, again, as I said, when we can use scatter chart? When we can use a scatter chart? You know what is scatter chart? What is scatter chart? Anyone? Anyone scatter
And
chart?
there is huge difference.
Sorry, ma?
When there is a huge difference.
Okay, fine. So just I am giving the notes for that. Actually, scatter diagram can be used if both the variables are numerical in nature. For example, sales and profit. Sales and profit. If you see this my chart, okay, both are numerical. Suppose the moment I select this data, one of the variable is categorical in nature, and one variable, the second column is numerical. But if I see these two both, then both are numerical in nature. So if I want to use scatter diagram, both the variables or all the variables should be numerical in nature. That's a simple way. Okay, so that is basically how we can use a visualization that we'll discuss in the regular sessions. When we use a particular chart and what type of data can be used for what type of chart, or what is a waterfall chart, and all those things. Okay. Now I want to show something which is very interesting. Okay. Okay. You know what's a heat map? Heat map. What's a heat map? Heat maps. Anyone? Have you heard? Have you come across this concept heat map? Say yes or no. Don't worry.
No, sir.
No. Okay, fine. Okay. Before that, let me just give some introduction. What is exactly heat map is? How many of you have watched a Terminator movie? Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator movie.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I
Okay.
have. Sir.
Okay. How many of you have watched what you call Aliens movie? Fine. So what I'm trying to say is that, okay, let me give one more this thing. Generally, every body emits some heat, and whenever we use these thermal scanners, the body which is emitting heat will be shown in the red color. Do you see that type of movies? Have you come across this kind of concept anywhere?
Yes, sir.
There will be a thermal scanner. Wherever there's a heat generating, it will be showing in red color. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes or no? So, see, heat map is something where we use different colors for different values. Now, that's what I call as a heat. When I say different values, suppose if there is a body which is giving a heat of almost 75 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 degrees, it is too hot. It's showing in red color. Suppose if that body is not having that much heat, but only having a heat of 20 degrees, 30 degrees, it will be shown with a green color. If that body is showing some 50 degrees, 45 degrees, then it will be showing an orange color, yellow color, something like that. So every value, in my example of this Excel sheet, there are some values. So if I have to show these values in different colors, I'm not saying chart. Remember, heat map is something where the values are shown in the colors. But whereas in charts, the categories or the time will be shown in some chart. But here the values are shown with some colors. That's what we call as a heat maps. It is completely a different kind of a visualization. So what I do is I select this data. Okay, I select this data and I am using some option. Anyhow, I will not explain that, but just watch exactly how this chart looks like. Okay. So to go to home, go to conditional formatting, go to highlight cell rules, and what I'm trying to say, go to color scales and then go to that. That's it. Simple. Now, okay, I'll show one more time. Instead of this, what I do is I use a different color. Okay. So go to conditional formatting, color scales, and this is okay. Now select that and then go to format cells, go to custom, and then fine. Now, can anyone tell me exactly what you understand from this chart, from this visualization? Just see. No, forget about temperature, all those things. What do you understand from this? It is showing how many colors? How many colors? Basically 3. Am I right or not? Basically 3 colors: green, red, and
Orange, sir.
orange or yellow, whatever it is. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes,
say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Now in red, if you see, red is having different shades: dark red to light red, and red converting slowly to orange, and orange slowly converting to yellow, yellow slowly converting to greenish, and in green we have dark green. Am I right or not?
yes,
Okay. Now what this represents? Dark red is there, and we have a dark green here. Can you see my mouse? Some cells are selected dark red and dark green. This one is having dark green, which means the values are representing some colors. So I have taken a color scale, I have taken a heat map, I have taken a color scale where the highest values, the highest temperatures are shown with the dark red color. Slowly the average values are showing with orange or yellow, and the coolest, the lowest values is having the darkest green. Okay, so that is what I have shown you. Just I am showing you the values now for you. The highest value is 106, the biggest value. It is showing the darkest red. 104 and 104 is also showing very similar to dark red, but 1% decrease less than compared to 106. And if you see, the lowest value 23 is having the darkest green, which is the leftmost extreme, and even 25, very close to 23, are showing the darkest green. When it comes to 65, I can say the average values, if you see, the mid value of 23 and 106 is almost 65. It is showing you in a yellow color. Okay. So that is how the heat maps are shown. Now what I do is I will remove the values. Now I will tell me that I will tell that I will ask them what exactly you understand from this. So it can be sales, it can be temperatures, it can be values, it can be anything. So this is a kind of a visualization. Okay. So this is how the visuals are used in MS Excel for doing some basic analysis. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now one more. As I said just now, scatter diagram. When we use scatter diagram? Tell me. Just now I said that. When we use scatter diagram?
When all data are in numerical terms.
Exactly. When all the values are showing numerical in nature. Charts can be put into Excel data, sir. Before I go to my next topic, I want to take up the questions. Yeah, someone is asking, charts can be put into Excel data? I didn't get you. What is that? Charts can be put into Excel data? Can you be elaborate, Nitesh? You are permitted to speak. Nitesh, you asked a question. Charts can be put into Excel data?
Yeah, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Actually, the visualization of the charts you are putting over there now, sir. So
Okay.
if the client or anyone is only putting the charts over there and we should be put into the Excel data, it can be turned into Excel data or not? That was my doubt, sir.
Okay, if I'm not wrong, suppose if I am using a PowerPoint presentation, and what I understand from your question is, can I use this chart, Control C, and then go to PowerPoint presentation, and then can I use this in my PPT? Am I right? Is this the question? Is this the question?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
1 minute. Control C and Control V. Is this what the question is?
Yes, sir. What was the visualization we are putting over there? It can be turned into the, sir.
No, that is an excellent question. See, this is an image. This is as long as that chart is on the Excel sheet. Yes, sir. See here, I'll show you a simple logical answer for what you have asked. See, there is a chart. Now chart is selected. The moment chart is selected, can you see the left hand side, the data is also got selected? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
The moment I'm coming out of the chart. Can you see this chart is not selected now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Which
Yes, sir.
means this chart is linked to this data. There's a concept called as OLE, Object Linking and Embedding, which means this chart is having some connection to the data which is highlighted here. So if I do any changes in this data, okay, let me show one more. Okay, so I am just inserting a chart for you. Go to insert, go to chart, go to a line chart. Okay, column chart, select that. Okay, so if you select this, okay, now see here, I want everyone to observe this chart. In the thriller, in February, what is the value? 16,000. What is the value? 828. See, now I am changing 16,828 to 25,784. Now I want everyone to observe on the chart, not on the data table. I want to see everyone on the chart, on the thriller, on February. What do you see?
Yes, sir. Change in the chart, sir.
This is what we call as a dynamic chart, which means this chart is having connection to this data. Any changes happening in the table is reflecting in the chart. But now, when I get this chart copied, Control C, go to PowerPoint presentation, and then I go there and I paste it. It becomes a image. It becomes a static image. Static image. Now what I do is I change the data from 9,907 to 14,753. It changes here, but it will not change here. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so as long as the chart is in the Excel, okay, yes, it is OLE, object linking to the data. The moment you are taking to a new application, it becomes a static, it becomes an image. Hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, sir. Thank you,
Fine.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? Fine. So, chalo. Scatter plots. Okay. Now, if you see, there is some data for me. Okay. So there are two variables. Okay, W and L. And for me, both are what you call showing numerical values. Now I want to find correlation. Can anyone tell me what the correlation is? I already discussed in last class. Correlation is something which is showing, which explains about the relationship between two variables. If I want to study any variables dependent on other variable, is there any relationship between two variables? If I want to study, then yes, sir, I can use the correlation. Similarly, here, I want to find that correlation, whether the correlation is there or not between these two variables, W and L. So what I do is I take that variables and then I go to scatter diagram. So go to insert and then go to charts, and then now it's see here, it is showing me the scatter diagram, so recommended charts already. See here, it is already showing the recommendation. But I go to Excel chart and then go to XY, and then you can use this or you can use, okay. So I want to use second one. I'll explain why second one, okay, and then click OK. Okay, now you can see a scatter diagram is inserted. So what do you explain from this? What do you explain? What do you understand from this? Anyone? Anyone? When you come to college, I'll give a big chocolate for you. Can anyone give me the exam? What do you understand from this scatter diagram? Anyone? What do you understand from this? Come on, I want someone to speak. Positive, yeah, someone said that positive correlation.
I'm not wrong in showing the correlation between
Your voice is breaking. Someone is speaking. Voice is breaking. Okay, anyone? Any others? Any other you want to give? Any other? What do you understand from this? See, if one of the variable value, if you see, is 40, then the other variable, see here, L point is 43, 119. If you see here, 51, 111. So the moment the L value is increasing, the value of W is decreasing. See here, L value is 55 and the other one is 107. If you see this one, this point value, okay, if you see this point value, this says L value is 116, the other value is 46. So one value is increasing, the other value is decreasing. So it's a negative correlation, in fact. It's a negative correlation. One is increasing, the other is decreasing, the reverse correlation. So this is one kind of the analysis you can do, which you cannot tell by just seeing this normal numbers. 69, 93, 79, 82, 77, 85. You can't just give any conclusion out of that. But yes, if you convert that into one diagram, it can be anything. In this case, I'm using scatter diagram. But in general, if you convert that into an image or visual, yes, it has. We have a scope of inferring something from that, giving a conclusion, deriving something out of that. So always remember, Excel also helps you in creating beautiful visuals. When I say beautiful visuals, we have not discussed, but yes, we can convert, we can format the visuals very colorful, and then we can add so many elements to the chart. We can add chart titles, axis titles, numbers, percentages, axis, grid lines. We can make more appealing to the what you call to the audience. Okay, so visualization is something Excel helps us in converting data into the images. Okay, so that is something which I want to discuss now. Any doubts you have from this today's session? So today we have discussed the beautiful concept of artificial intelligence into Excel, creating our own functions. Okay, and the second half we have discussed about the visual part of the data. Okay. Any doubts you have? Anything you want to ask me? Yes, yes, please. Yes, anyone? Any doubts you have? Come on, say yes or no. Speak something.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
sir.
No.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Let me. Yeah. Someone is speaking. Someone is speaking.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Fine. Let me show something. Do you know what is this Excel? What do you understand from this? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
you
sir.
see on my screen?
Maybe similar to heat map, sir. Something similar to heat
Oh,
map.
very excellent, excellent. Oh, what observations. Very similar to what you call heat maps. But what I did is that every cell is colored. Every cell is painted like this. You know how to change the color of a cell?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what I have done in the previous chart. So every cell is colored. Okay. Fine. Now, what I do is I just go to column width and then I say 8. Okay. And then I go to every row and say row height is 2. One minute. Anyhow, I think my system got stuck. Okay. Anyhow, so that's it. Okay. So I am done with my sessions for today's session. Okay, I am done with this series in this MS Excel. Okay. So in all these 3 days, I want someone what exactly you understood, how you felt about this MS Excel. Interesting.
Yeah, sir. Actually, Professor, we would love to have any one of them feasible for whom it is visible to switch on their videos. One queue. You maybe 3, 4 voluntarily. You can switch on their videos and you can talk about this. Just a snippet, say couple of minutes, voluntarily. And
Anyone, just you, what you want? I mean, how you felt about this Excel class sessions? You're all there?
Yes.
Tamal.
pick up names. Then you have to tell.
Tamal is saying yes. Tamal, how you felt? Tamal Kanti Chakraborty.
Yes, sir.
So what do you feel about this Excel sessions? Did you understand?
Yes, sir. The session was excellent, sir.
Okay.
And I got knowledge about AI also, that how we can use AI in MS Excel also. I didn't know about this.
Okay. Okay, good. Ishita is there? Ishita has attended all my 3 sessions.
Yes, sir.
Ishita, you are from which place? Chhattisgarh, Bilaspur, ever right?
Yes, sir.
So how you felt about this session?
We get mail from college that we have that interactive session with you. So we were actually impressed that this college is giving prior, and it was so helpful because the AI also you explained that AI functions, that was seriously helpful for us.
Okay, fine. So that's a just
I want to thank to you as well as the college for this beautiful session.
this is just a teaser, ma. Okay, we'll have a full final version of the movies. Okay, when you come to class, college. Okay, fine. Anyhow,
Okay, sir. Thanks.
very happy to hear the feedback. Good. Okay, so just I am done with the session, sir. Anil sir,
Anybody else who would like to?
Else?
Shrestha, I know few people. So Shrestha Mahan, I know, then Saurav Srivastav. Anybody else? Anybody randomly? Pujita, if you can just share your experience of this. I mean, this is just something, as Professor told, we'll be having n number of things. Just wanted to keep you engaged and make you understand. So any one of you want to say Prem Sai, Pragati? I think no, nobody's.
Sir, thank you, sir, for this session. So I have got knowledge about AI linked to this Excel and visualization. So first, actually, I have no idea about Excel, sir. I'm from agriculture BSc. We have no computer knowledge.
Hmm.
So from this, I got little bit.
Good, very good. Anybody else? Shruti, Shuvendu Raut. Shuvendu, you're from which place? Are you there? Okay, fair, good enough. Right,
Yes,
right,
sir, I am
Professor.
there.
Yeah, Shuvendu,
Ah.
yes.
Yeah, I'm from Odisha, sir.
You're from Odisha. Okay, which place of Odisha? Which part of Odisha?
Baleshwar.
Okay, okay. So anything which you'd like to comment on this particular session, your experience or something?
I would like to say, like, the new thing was the AI. I didn't know how we can do that, and I've done like the course before, but that was a new thing that I learned.
Good, good. Fine. Anyway, all thanks to all of you, and thanks to Professor, right, for sparing your time and being with us, for guiding these kids. I'm sure they'll run behind you now. Once they are on 9th, 10th, and 11th, I'm sure they're going to be behind you.
We'll meet you definitely. Definitely, we'll meet you. Okay, we'll have a very fun time. See, in fact, learning Excel is very fun. I don't comment in other subjects, but Excel definitely will feel very fun, and then you'll feel definitely more motivated because it is something, as I said from the day one, it is something which is very essential and inevitable. Okay, so we'll have a very good time when you join in the college, and then definitely yes, we're looking forward for you all. Thank you all.
Right, Professor. Thank you, Anil sir. Thank you so much. Because of you, we could conduct this workshop. You helped us a lot with all the guidelines, IT, tech services, deck, and all. Right. So we are done. Thank you. We'll come back again shortly, giving some time break. We'll again come back with few knowledge series, few panel discussions, alumni interactions, and all for the next 15-20 days till we move to around 5th or 7th of July. Because post that you have your all the logistics of coming to Hyderabad and all. So till that, we'll continue to do this kind of sessions. Right. Thank you. Good night. Thank you so much. Anil sir,
Thank
we
you,
are done.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.